Hey, this is Pat, and today we're checking out the all-new Sena Phantom Smart Helmet. Now, the Sena Phantom is going to be an integrated Bluetooth and mesh helmet built into the entire helmet right out of the box, so you don't have to add or install it. We've seen these from a lot of different brands out there before, and one thing I will say is Sena is throwing everything in the kitchen sink at this helmet. It's got a ton of features that I'm going to talk about. It's got a headlight, it's got taillights, it's got a Sena 60S equivalent built in with a fiberglass shell on the outside, 3 shell sizes, as well as a couple other features, which is a lot when you start looking at it from the price point, which is $500. Usually when we get a lot of these features, they're up in the $600, $700, $800 price point range. And if you were to break down, say, buying a fiberglass helmet with 3 shells and a Sena 60S, as well as maybe adding like a brake free on the back of a helmet to get that braking system, you're looking at a lot more than $500. So I like that Sena's throwing everything at this, but keeping the price relatively low when you start looking at all the features throughout. Comes in sizes ranging from small to 3 extra large, and we can kind of hit some of the features of the helmet itself, and then we'll start talking about the cool technology they have built into it. I mentioned it before, it is a composite fiberglass shell throughout. It is 3 shell sizes. One thing I will say, it is only DOT in the US. I wish they would have added that ECE 2206. Talking with Sena, it sounded like it would get a lot heavier bringing that 2206 over, because the weight is already pretty high. You're looking at about 3 pounds, 14 ounces in a size large. When you're comparing that with other full face helmets, that's very high. When you're comparing it with helmets that already have a Bluetooth unit built in, as well as all the other features, it's relatively low. I mean, it's no heavier than most modular helmets out there just on their own, comparing across the market. And I'm bringing up modular helmets. One thing I want to say is this is more of like a sport touring, I'd say touring, leaning a little bit more on that side. Design to the helmet, it has a sportier look to it, really just because of the tail light built into the back of the helmet, which I'll show you in just a minute. But it does have a touring look to it. It's going to be great for upright riding. Anybody who wants just something for long hauls and going down the road. But if you want to talk about fit, it's going to be intermediate oval, so a little bit longer than it is side to side, but it's going to be good for most of the US market. So keep that in mind. And I found these fit true to size. This, the medium that I had tried on and worn and taken out for a ride, fits spot on for a size medium, just like it should. So even with all the components built in, I like that they're adding that in there. So taking a look at the external sides of the shell, we'll start talking about some of the technology as well. Up at the front, biggest notable point is you do have a flashlight in the front. That was something they added on to the Sena 60S. They added it to the front in case, you know, you pull over on the side of the road at night or you just need a spotlight at the night. You do have that in there. I thought it was a camera when I first started seeing these come out, but it is just a headlight, but it is a nice strong LED, which I will turn off for the sake of our camera in the front. One other thing, when I'm talking about those lighting, you do have brake lights at the back. Now there's a couple different modes on this one that you can have in there, but it is accelerometer based. So as soon as you start braking, it's going to start flashing in the front, just to let people behind you know that you are starting to decelerate on the road.